I got this charger about 5 months ago. It's an SC-608 smart charger from Idst. And it's had a noisy fan, vibrating fan since I got it. It was my second replacement, and so I really didn't want to send it back. Didn't want to bother again with it. And I finally gotten around to lubing the fan. The biggest problem with these is the fan is behind the case. It's a unibody design as far as the main case, and then the screen fits in. So everything, all the electronics, the fan, everything is inserted into the case here, and then the screen's put on top of that. So there's really not an efficient way of getting in there just to lube the fan. If you do want to get in there, what you have to do is you have to heat up the screen around the edges, and then you take a shaft or a screwdriver and then you push this corner of the screen out and then work the rest of the screen out. But then you've undone all the adhesive and everything, and it's a real pain to deal with and everything. So I decided to go about a different way of oiling it and going through the fan exhaust access here. So all I've done is I've taken a pick here and I've punctured a hole here along this side and kind of ripped it, kind of worked it back so that I could get a flap. And you can see right here if I enter, let's see, it's kind of hard behind this screen. There it is. So I can get in there and you can see the shaft right there. There's the point of the shaft, and that's where you want to oil. You just want to add in a drop or two. You don't want it too much, it'll whip around in there and make it messy. You do want to leave a flap of the sticker there so that you can somewhat seal that back up when you're done. And all I used was this, and I've been using this on fans pretty successfully, small fans and stuff, just Scorpion motor bearing lubricant. And I'm able just to work that in there, turn it over, watch 1-2 drops go in there, and then from there all I'll do is I'll keep it upside down, but we want the oil to run down into the shaft. I'm not sure if it's bearing or sleeved, but either way they do need to be oiled if they start making noise. And then you're just going to plug it in, let the fan run up, and that'll spin that oil down in there. Keep it upside down while you do it, just in case you can get that oil to fall into the along that shaft. Do that several times until your noise clears. And of course I've already oiled this one so it's nice and clean, sounds clean right now. And just do that a few times. And then when you're done, make sure that your flap seats back down. We're just gonna push it down a little bit here. And that's it. And it looks pretty sealed up. Your airflow on this comes in through this point here and then exit out here through the bottom. And so your dirt's going to be coming in this way and flowing out this way if you're getting any dirt in there. So you're not too worried about sealing that up. You could put a sticker on there, another sticker on top of that if you wanted to seal it up, but I don't think it's something we need to worry about really. And then if you really want to run the fan in, you can go to the main screen, press and hold, go down, and then you'll have system self-checking. And then it lasts a little longer than that self-check, the fan does. You do that a few more times from this direction if you want. And get it to sound nice and clean, and it sounds a lot better now. And the other thing I wanted to show you is I fly a lot of tiny whoop, and I've been looking for a compact setup. I usually bring a LiPo along or whatever, but there's times I just don't want to bother charging larger LiPos, or bringing larger power supplies. That, you know, here's one I use when I'm doing 8 amp charging with it, and it's just huge. Or, you know, other LiPos. I just wanted to keep it simple and small. So this is a power supply that I've had sitting around from an old Droid phone laptop unit. It's 19 volts at 1.58 amps. Provides me about 30 watts. And it's just a little bit wider. It's pretty much the same size really as far as area, if not a little bit smaller than the charger itself. And you could use any 12 volt. You'll want to keep it at 12 volts because your input here is 9. Getting a 9 one's kind of close. I'd go with 12. If you did a 12 2 amp, you're looking at 24 amps. That's enough to charge 6 tiny whoop batteries at 3C. 6 tiny whoops at 3C will pull about 17 watts. This here at a 2C charge is Fat Shark battery. It's a 2-cell lithium ion. I charge at 2C. That's about 17 watts also. So you don't need a lot. You know, a 2 amp 12 volt to give you 24 watts, and that's plenty. The one I'm using is 30 watts. And they work great. It charges just fine. It's compact. So just an idea, heads up if you need a smaller power supply, if you're traveling or whatever. And the other thing you could do is, if you are traveling, is usually you travel with a laptop. You can take the power supply from your laptop and just make an adapter into XT60 for this, and just use your laptop charger to charge with. They're good for about 90 watts, most of them. Some are higher than that, and that'll usually give you a 5 amp charge on 4-cell batteries. So if you're hurting for space, and you're traveling, you can just use your laptop battery when you're not using your laptop. So if you have any questions, let me know. Comments, any other suggestions, anything, just let me know in the comments. Thanks.